Welcome back to the BioCrypt Productions Podcast. Feels like it's been a while since I've actually said that, to be honest with you. Today, I don't have Alan with me, unfortunately. He is doing life things. But luckily, I have Lorenzo. So, just as good, if not better, correct?
Hello, gang.
How you doing today, man? What you up to today?
Sleeping in. Sleeping the week off.
It was one of those weeks, I feel like, for everybody.
Yeah, no, it was a tough one. I drove like 20 hours, 30 hours to a different state for work, so it was a hell of a week.
A normal commute? Yeah. That's a normal...
Yeah, just a quick 10-hour drive. There and back in
That's
a day and a half.
Ain't nothing but a thing, right? And you went to the land of potatoes.
Yeah, Idaho. And when I
was... Get any potatoes?
I know, I didn't even see any. I got
They were in the ground.
Yeah, well, okay, I guess that's true. Are they bushes or are they... I thought potato bushes, right? Or are they like buried?
Like buried.
Oh.
They're a root.
Shows you how much I know. Yeah, potato bush. They don't just have potato bushes. No, it was an all right drive down there, and then coming back was the real problem. I started seeing double stop signs on the way back.
Yeah.
The last couple hours.
I thought about offering like, hey, if you need to call me just to stay awake, I'm there. But then I realized I was really tired and that wasn't going to work. So good luck. God bless. Let Jesus take the wheel.
Oh, dude. That's why I need a Tesla. I don't want a Tesla for the benefits. I want a Tesla so I don't have to drive.
Yeah. I don't have to drive. Let it self-park. That's my thing.
Pretty much.
Well, nice. Well, what gamers are you playing right now?
Didn't get to play too much this week, but the new season opened up for Arena Breakout, so we were doing that with a couple of guys. First day it kind of opened. We did pretty good. Got like 4 or 5 quests done. Did some last night, I think. And then we got shit on by some Chads. And then we called it a night.
We called it a night.
Yeah.
A new server woke up. Some kids got home from school somewhere around the world and reminded you that you don't have the time that they do.
Yeah, that's pretty much what happened.
Nice.
What about you?
That's pretty much it, though, is just Arena Breakout, because that was your New Year's resolution, if I remember correctly, was to get that case, that prison wallet case.
Yep, bigger prison wallet. Yeah, that's honestly all that's all I really had time for this week.
Are you getting close? Are you making progress?
So there are 60 season quests I need to do, and I think we are at 7 between 2 days. And that's like a night. So and those are the easy ones.
Is that do you think you have time to get to it in time? Like how long does this last?
It's about 3 months.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you got this.
But the problem with the 3-month thing is it's better to have it early, right? Because you have more space to actually use it.
Yeah.
Instead of like having it for the end of the month or whatever.
So the sooner you get it, the better. So you need to grind.
Yeah, I need to grind without. I just need to get good, you know. I just got to get good.
I gave up on that. I can't get good, so I just I got to grind. Well, I have I actually just beat Doom: The Dark Ages yesterday. That was fun. That was actually, I don't know, this might be a controversial statement, but that's my favorite New Age Doom. I really liked that one. There was a whole sequence that I really liked, like 3 or 4 levels that they were kind of cheesy, but I really just like they knew what they were about, and I was about it, and I loved it.
Oh yeah.
It's also, it wasn't as fast paced as Eternal, and I like Eternal a lot. I like Doom Eternal, but it was almost like Doom Eternal to me. I described it as a symphony of violence. Like once you start conducting correctly, it just, you could really ebb and flow with the combat to make it just bloodshed everywhere. But it also, if you're playing on the higher difficulties, it still applies, but it also kind of feels like the symphony is on PCP or Angel Dust. Like it's just, it's nonstop crack. Like you are just going as hard as you can. So that's, I don't know. I liked it, but it's almost, you walk away just like shaking, like your hands are just vibrating with holy shit.
Interesting.
But Doom Eternal, or Doom The Dark Ages, slowed it back down a little bit. It's not quite as slow as the original Doom 2016 version, but it's definitely slower than Eternal, and they made combat more of a puzzle game than a combat, which I know sounds weird, but really, like, you start to learn by the end of the game. You see a certain enemy, and you know how to dismantle that enemy the quickest, which makes it really fun. So you're switching between your favorite guns that you know how to use in the correct order. I honestly just stuck with the super shotgun and what's called the cycler. It's like an energy gun, and
Okay.
I really just needed those two guns, and I was pretty much set. The BFG,
Well,
they changed it to the BFC, which was really fun too. Sorry, what was that?
oh, so I think Doom really good at that. So in the first one, right? So what they do is they throw an enemy at you that was like a boss, right? Throw an enemy at you, and then they would implement that later. So you'd be fighting like two of those now because
Yes.
that's just how the progression worked, right?
And that's basically exactly what they did with this one too, for the most part.
Oh, cool.
The difference is it feels more like a puzzle than Doom 2016. Like, there was obviously
Hmm.
the quickest way to kill something in Doom 2016, but everything could die relatively quickly with all the different weapons and strategies. Whereas this one definitely does feel like an enemy might have two or three viable options that are really good, but there are a couple that are you're going to get kind of just hamstrung. You're going to get bottlenecked if you try to kill him with this weapon instead, or if you try to kill him with this technique, or if you
Hmm.
don't do it this way. So it seemed a little bit more nuanced in their ability to, I don't know. Maybe I'm just like reading too much into it. I did play this one on a lower difficulty. Since I streamed it, I was playing it on ultra violence on streaming, but I actually turned it down to the next one, which I think has hurt me plenty because I was just trying to get through
Okay.
it, and that was like the perfect difficulty for me. I never really died, and I just kind of flew through it, but it was still fun as hell. Like, I just got to run around, and
Gotcha.
I think like one of the bosses killed me once, but you end up with these like revive things, so it didn't really matter, and I had plenty of them. So I don't know. I just highly recommend it. I know controversially, like, I guess this is people's not their favorite. Like, this might be their least favorite, but the aesthetic, the way they did the set pieces, everything, I loved it. I thought it
Hmm.
had great pacing and everything.
What did you think of the story? Because I don't actually know about the story in the latest one.
In my
Like, I
opinion,
mean,
it's off the walls in all the right ways. Like, it's definitely absurd as hell, crazy,
I
but
mean,
I like what they did with it.
hmm.
Not to give any spoilers or anything, but yeah, it was
Yeah, I
definitely
know.
it was I guess the best way I could describe it is it's almost like angels and demons are just aliens of a different
Hmm.
kind. Like, there's different realms maybe, but it's not like what you would imagine like our angels and demons to be. It's not like
They like
the Christian faith
biblically
or the
accurate.
yeah, it's definitely not like that. Like, they're definitely more like species than they are supernatural beings. Um,
Hmm. Okay.
but it was cool. I like what they did with it. And then I don't know, there's something called the Sentinels, which I'm sure that someone who's actually a Doom fan would probably way more about this. And maybe that's why people are mad about this. Maybe it like hella breaks the lore or whatever. But to me, it just felt like an offshoot kind of. I'm having fun with the Doom title and doing something different with it. It didn't feel like it was actually part of the lore. If it is, that's cool. But to me, it just felt like its own little thing.
Hmm. Well,
Um,
like, yeah.
some of the other things I have been playing though, I finally beat Max Payne. I'll actually talk more about that with Alan though, whenever I get him back, because
Mm,
he's a Max Payne fan for sure.
it's a game I never got to play. I haven't played yet.
Yeah,
It's there's a lot of those though.
there's a lot of those.
Yep.
And then I just started since I beat Doom. I changed to my new PS5 game, which would be Star Wars Outlaws, and I barely got into it
Ooh.
yesterday. But I do want to gush about it for a sec because all I heard was bad things about this game, but it always looked kind of intriguing to me. So I did
Mm-hmm.
it anyways. I kind of pulled the trigger, and it wasn't very expensive because it just got shit on in the ratings. So I really wasn't expecting much, and that's why
Yeah.
I'm so happy. But so far, so cool. Like, that shit's amazing to me. I don't know what people wanted, but I was really happy that I'm not a freaking Jedi or a Sith. Like, I'm just some schmuck with a laser pistol,
Just
living
some
the
dude.
day to day life kind of stuff, like as an outlaw. And it's not. I don't know. First off, the scenery's been beautiful. I just made it to the second planet, so I'm not very far. And maybe I end up not liking this game because they ruined something. But so far, it's been beautiful. I've been really enjoying like the stealth's a bit easy. Like, it's kind of ridiculous how easy the stealth is. There's been some quirks here and
Mm.
there that are kind of dumb, sure. Like, there's still like how the dialogue system kind of plays out sometimes, or how the character interacts with the environment. Just kind of feels kind of quirky, weird. But I could look past that. Like I'm fine with that kind of shit. It's totally, I don't know. It's not that immersion breaking to me, and it kind of fits with the Star Wars realm because Star Wars is kind of
Sure.
quirky to me.
Yeah.
Uh, but I can see where people can get some complaints from. But I feel like it's extra harsh. Like people were on it. There were so many times where I just stopped and stared. I was like, this shit is beautiful. Like I love that you can just walk around and look at all the different aliens and just kind of immerse yourself in the Star Wars universe as something other than a Jedi or a Sith, like every other Star Wars game does.
It is a Ubisoft game, and people love to hate on Ubisoft. So
You know what? I'll give
I'm
my
not
2 cents
shocked.
on Ubisoft too, because I understand where the hate can come from, but I do agree once again that it's a little bit accentuated. My only
Hmm.
problem with Ubisoft is if they just let their games breathe a little bit. Like they build some fantastic, beautifully done games with in-depth detail, but they overfill it with duplicate stuff, and they don't need to do that. They already put the effort into such a beautiful world; they could just let it stand for itself. And two, I
Mhm.
don't need these massive 1,000-hour games every 3 months. Like,
Yes.
let me live off an Assassin's Creed for 2 or 3 years before a new Assassin's Creed comes out. You know, um, the Far Cry they
Yeah,
do
I
better
agree.
with, but it's
Yep.
still a little bit tight. Like I'm barely getting over the last one and barely wanting another one before the new Far Cry comes out. Usually,
Yeah, anything after Far Cry 3, I haven't touched, but I remember Far Cry 3 being just, I don't want to say masterpiece because I'm sure it has its issues, right?
it's
Go
up there though.
looking at it,
That's one of those pinnacle
rose.
games.
Yes. Yep. I Yeah, I remember just going out hunting in that game,
Hmm.
hunting lions for freaking to get your gun, your ammo packs up,
Yeah,
and all the other crap. Just what a wonderful game. Story.
it was. Yeah, Voss. Voss was fantastic as a character. Still up
Yep,
there, like one of the best video game villains ever. Um,
100%.
I would say since you haven't done the after that, 4 is really popular. A lot of people liked it. I wasn't. It's not my. It's not bad. I enjoyed it. I played it from beginning to end. But at a Far Cry, I honestly would pick 3 or even 5 over it personally. 5 is up there with number 3 for me. I really liked 3, and 3 I think
Really?
beats it, but 5 was really fun for me, and that might be another controversial statement. But something really what sold me on it was spear chucking shovels. Let me just do that all day long. I am sold. That is so much fun. And it hits them hard. That thunk. Oh. So I could do that all day
Okay.
long, just to be honest. That's my shit right there.
I mean, it's got positive reviews. I mean, very positive, recent and kind of altogether.
That's good because I that's honestly up there. And I love the American setting, like Wyoming setting, and like the Christian nationalism that's causing the like I
Yeah,
don't know, it's a very just it's very cool to me. Just the whole concept is very cool to me. I'm like, this is dope as hell. It doesn't make any sense. Like National Guard would have been all over that and wiped that whole
sure.
fucking state off the map, but I still
I
think
mean,
it's really cool.
they're kind of out for no reason, right? I don't want to say no reason, but they're out for reasons right now.
Yeah. Um. But yeah, no,
Oh,
that's
cut out there for
I
me.
Ubisoft. I'll have to agree that they get a little too much hate, but they kind of do bring it on themselves. Gamers are a very passionate group of people too.
Yes.
Get intense about shit for no reason sometimes. Um.
Yes, they do. Well, I think it's like a second life, man. So
Yeah, and it's really
it's
important. A lot of
yeah,
people. I get it. Me too. I really enjoy it. I think I not as passionate as a lot of people in the sense of a negative aspect. I do tend to find myself liking the positives more than the negatives when it comes to video games
mm,
or focusing on them more. But nice. I think that's about all. Yeah, I'm looking right now. I'm still working on Mad Max too, but other than that, those are kind of the games I've been working on. Another topic that I wanted to get up and going though was me and you talked about maybe you starting to stream because I started streaming on Tuesdays and Thursdays, 8 to 11 on Mountain Time, and you mentioned wanting to start as well yourself. Do you have any ideas on like you wanted to? I think you said Arena Breakout is what you wanted to maybe stream.
yeah. I think I'd rather. I want to do some multiplayer stuff. Got a couple of guys I play with, and I'm not sure if it's like I want to be a solo stream and then just kind of do some quests on my own and talk with chatter, whatever. I'm not 100% sure how I want to do it because I typically actually don't play that game alone.
I got
Uh,
you.
yeah, they have a solo queue. You can solo queue with people, but like everyone plays very quiet. Like it's like you're creeping around the map, and if you're not creeping around the map, you have just the biggest dick in the world, and you're ready to shit on some people. So it's a tough one.
So we
Yeah,
we got to get your dick size up, is what you're telling me.
it get good.
Get good.
That's all
Well,
it is, man.
I was thinking, I don't know if you'd be interested in doing this, but I would like to do a stream or a series with you where we play a computer game together. My first thought is Enshrouded because I love that game and
Yes.
building. But if you have any like suggestions or thing, if you're not open to that, by all means. But that I think would be fun if we did our own private kind of just me and you playing that game, going through it, and just surviving and building and having fun. And we can make it maybe episodic, like I'm doing my Let's Play, or we can do a stream. I don't know. What do you
I
think?
would love to do some Enshrouded. I currently only have 8.6 hours in Enshrouded, and
They just added
so I'm
water.
burnt. I just so yeah, actually, which I don't even know about because I haven't gotten there yet. Like I don't even I've like I played with Ashley, my wife,
Yeah,
and she has a hard time playing open world games. Just it's a hard concept for her to kind
it's
of
too
play
much
those games.
freedom.
Yes, exactly. Too much freedom.
Yeah,
Um, because she's pretty new to kind of all of those games. And yeah, we like I said, we played for 8 hours, but I would like to really deep dive into that game. I want to
yeah,
build some cool shit.
absolutely. I agree. I think we could have some fun with it too. Build some funny stories too together. Well, we might have to
Mm-hmm.
start that. I'll have to talk to you about that later. Maybe we'll record an
Yep,
episode later today or tomorrow or something. Um,
100%.
Another thing I wanted to bring up before we go to our topic today is the new PlayStation controllers that just got announced. And I know you're Googling already, but if you want to look it up, I really
How do you know this?
am digging them, to be honest. I'm also going to look them up while they're there. The Hyper Pop collection. There's the blue one, the green one, and the red one. And
Ooh,
I really like them. They look kind of cheesy, but I really like, I'm digging them. The green one specifically, I love green.
the green looks nice.
Yeah, they're all a good
I
choice.
actually the blue one. So I have the baby blue PS5 controller. That was like the first extra controller I bought.
Yeah,
So I'm a fan of that blue one for sure.
that is a nice blue too. It's a nice poppy. It reminds me of candy. That's what they remind me of.
It's gonna flake on us. It's candy paint.
Keep licking it.
That's right.
Right. All right.
Dude, those
Well,
look cool. I
all
like
right.
them.
I just wanted to bring them up just so I could show them off on the
Yeah.
episode. To be honest, I was like, those are cool.
Heck yeah.
Um, well, today's topic though kind of comes back to this. All started with really, I recently ordered Scarface for PS2. I got into a random $100, and a whole side story to that though. My eBay for that. We'll see if I actually get the Scarface because it's been a while and I'm not too happy with the seller. But the overall
Oh,
theme right now though, I'm still waiting on it. I was hoping to have it in time for this video recording, but that's not going to happen. The overall theme of this is like this drove from I've wanted to play that Scarface, and I've mentioned this on the podcast since I was a kid. I've wanted to play that game, and I've never done it. And it got me thinking. That's not the only one. There are multiple games in my life that I have witnessed or seen or heard about that I'm like I should really check that out and just never gotten to. And I assume a lot of gamers, I'm assuming all gamers have this experience at least one time or another where they have a series or a game that they're just like, I need to check that out, and I still haven't. So, Renzo and I are going to talk about ours today. Scarface was one of my honorable mentions. Two of the other ones that I've mentioned on the series are the Silent Hill series. I've only done a couple of them, and I really want to go back through thoroughly. And the Metal Gear Solid series. That's another one that I
hmm.
mentioned, and I really would love to get into. I've never tried those. So, but to start us off, what's your number 5, Lorenzo?
My number 5. So it was between two picks here. And I think my number 5 would be the Alan Wake series. That is something I've watched a couple people play on YouTube when I was a kid. And I just didn't have the money for it, you know? So I was like, oh, this is super cool, but I want to get in there and experience that game and just the series and what it
Yeah.
has because I've heard nothing but good shit.
Well, we should have talked about this more before we started this podcast because that's my number two.
Oh no.
That's okay. That's okay.
Okay,
We're
yeah,
gonna talk about it twice as long now, so we can fill that
it's fine.
gap up
Yeah.
some more. And then when we get to number two, I'll just re-mention that fact. But I can't tell you how many times I've looked at, especially Alan Wake 2 was what really convinced me to go back to Alan Wake 1. I do technically own both digitally because the PlayStation Store gives you those random games all the time.
Yep.
But I'm a sucker for physical, so really I just want to try to get that. The physical game for Alan Wake though has held up in price hard. It's a collector's dream right now. It seems like $200 I saw last or something, and
Spicy for a disc.
yeah, and it just looks so good though. But the second one reminds me of a lot of the Resident Evil 4 remake. Just the style of like how I don't know, the art and everything, really the way the camera is, and it's up my alley on the sense that it's horror. So I'm sold. Like it looks good. I like that it tries to do something different too. It seems like with the light being a weapon. Um,
Yeah, that's the one reason I actually didn't play it as kind of a kid, as I was like, well, I don't understand it, like using a flashlight as a weapon. I was like, that's kind of dumb,
yeah,
right?
being a
Like
kid,
I
you're
was
just like, give me
playing,
the M16. What the fuck?
right? I was playing Call of Duty at the time, and I'm like, yeah, I want a noob tube or something, blow these
Yeah,
things up.
that's funny. I get that. I felt kind of similarly. The first one, for some reason, when I was a kid, didn't appeal to me super strongly either. It felt very meh. But as I got older, I looked back on it and I was like, I should have really checked that out.
Yep,
Nice. Okay.
like a fine wine aging, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, the game definitely looks good. I definitely want to check it out. It looks just weird enough too, where it's good. Remedy has been great. Just beat the Max Payne series, and they did that. They did Control, which first off, Control was fantastic, and the
I
new one
loved
looks good.
Control.
Yeah, that's a solid series right there. I can't wait. I can't believe they're changing protagonists on us. I didn't really realize that. And
I
gameplay style.
I enjoyed her,
Me
and I
too.
think I enjoyed the whole story of what they had. I think it was a little drawn out towards the end. I felt a little drawn out.
I'd agree with that.
Yeah, it was a
I
slog to get through the kind of last three quarters part of the game, but
I don't know if you've seen
otherwise enjoyed it.
the trailer for the new one that they just
I
announced.
have not.
But you're playing as the brother Dylan, and they're going more
Oh,
Devil May Cry combat, where he's got more melee based, and it looks really good to be honest.
interesting. Yeah, this looks really cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out when it comes out for sure.
Heck yeah,
But
me
cool.
too.
My number five though is actually the Mafia series.
Hmm.
Um, these have always kind of intrigued me. I like that. I like Mafia in general. Uh, Watching The Godfather,
Yeah,
Grand Theft Auto 3 was my first Grand Theft Auto, and it felt very like you work with the Italian mob, and that's actually why 4 was also one of my favorites. I just have always liked that kind of organized crime, that the men in suits, gangsters with style. I just always enjoyed that.
sure.
So the Mafia series has always appealed to me. The Old Country just came out this last year, and they
Yeah.
released a brand new game for $50, which got to give respect for that. I've heard nothing but good things, other than that it's kind of linear. Most people didn't want that. I don't care though. I love linear. I love just a good condensed, directed story sometimes.
Hmm.
So
The only thing I think of when I hear Mafia is when Mafia 3 got released. And that was an absolute was Mafia which one
it
was a
was
shit
3.
show?
Yeah, a lot of people did.
Okay.
I heard the PC was like a really bad launch. I think is what it was.
Mm.
Like performance was horrible, and then people didn't like the story. But don't quote me on that. Let's see. Let's look it up. I have the power of editing, so unflinching depiction of racism.
What?
Some people felt it was gratuitous and repetitive. Oh yeah, because you played as the black guy. Yeah, the technical issues I did hear about. Repetitive open world gameplay. That's every open world in my opinion. Or AI.
Yep.
I don't. Okay. I feel like it got a lot of hate for no reason though. Is it just the unflinching depiction of racism? Are you serious though? Wasn't this like in
Like,
the
what was the timeline, right? That's what I was gonna
1930s
say.
USA as a black man? Like I don't. Are you serious? Like there was.
Yeah. Pretty time lore accurate.
I see someone put on Reddit though that the AI swarms you from every direction and spawns out of nowhere. So that could be justifiably angry, like when Cyberpunk went before it got its
Yeah,
updates.
that's exactly what I was gonna say.
That makes sense. So yeah, I mean, honestly, I think Mafia 3 definitely got a little extra hate than it deserved. I'll have to check them out though to be really
I guess
certain.
you're gonna find out, right?
Yeah, someday. Nice. Well, what's your number 4 then? What you're gonna say like my number 2 or something? Three.
Dude, I hope not here. All right. I want to go back and play the Amnesia games.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yep. Yep. The Dark Descent, where I think
Yeah, and
I
then
think
there's
that's what
the
it.
bunker, then another one too, right?
Yeah, I think they added a couple of different ones. So, I mean, the only reason I want to go back and play it is, so I remember back when PewDiePie was coming up, uh,
I never watched
that's
them
what
to
he
be
played.
honest. I'm sorry.
Dude, I loved it, man. I loved that shit. That
Yeah,
was my shit.
I got so many
Uh,
questions. So what was he? What made him like? I guess from someone who watched him get popular, like I because I never
mhm.
really watched him even when he was popular. What made him get popular? Like what was his? What drew him to you? Drew you to him?
Um, I so the first time I heard of him, we were on like we had in between classes, right? We had the off period, right, for allegedly doing homework and couldn't leave campus, quote unquote. Um, but we would go back to our friend's house and uh, play games on his modded Xbox 360, and we would have fucking PewDiePie up on his TV, and then we'd be playing games on his Xbox on a little monitor or whatever. And it just right time, maybe right place for me. Like he just had the right amount of entertainment. He was just loud enough to keep my high school brain entertained,
Yeah,
um like because he used to be very loud and just scream a lot. I mean, that's all YouTube was at the time, right? You had to pull attention and keep attention, and
yeah,
that was a really easy way of doing it.
yeah.
If you could just be loud.
That's fair. That's what
um
makes me nervous about when I'm recording stuff. Is I'm like I should probably be louder and more obnoxious just to get that, but I can't break myself to do it.
no, I cannot. Um, but yeah, I watched him play the mods for Amnesia, do all that shit. And it just looked like a great time.
Yeah,
All could have been, just all the hype for he was doing what he had to do to get views, but I'm sure it was at least fun.
yeah. More
I
fun
just
than
want to
working at
experience it for
McDonald's or
myself.
something.
Yeah, 100%.
Well,
I just
uh,
need to experience it for myself.
yeah. Amnesia's always been looked interesting because I like scary things, but I just recently got into the whole not being able to fight back thing. And I'm
Mm.
working on Outlast, so I'm gonna chip away at them. Another one's like Alien Isolation, like those kinds of games. Um, I know in the bunker you do technically get like a gun to fight back with, but it's such limited ammo that it's really not. You're not really gonna fight back, is what I'm told. So
Mm.
those do look good. Good choice. Good choice.
Thank you,
Um,
thank you.
my number 4 is the Yakuza series. Actually,
Ooh, okay. Yeah,
they've
I've never played any of those.
me neither, but they always kind of intrigue me. I like the idea of like I don't know. I loved Sleeping Dogs, which is like Asian Grand Theft Auto. So
Yep.
that's actually like one of my favorite Grand Theft Autos is Sleeping Dogs. So I like Yakuza just looks like more of an arcadey kind of version of that, a little bit more goofball. Story kind of intrigues me too, being that guy that's like known as the dragon or whatever. It looks like it has good
Mhm.
characters, good world. I like that they don't change up the map too much between like every game that's set in that location. You could, if you've played other games, you'll know those locations. I like that they keep
Oh,
that
that's kind of cool.
uniformity. Um, while still updating the look and the style and everything. They have a bunch of remasters too. It's been going on since what, like PS3? I don't know, actually know, but
It's been a while. I know that. I've heard about them for quite a while now. Never,
yeah.
yeah.
I think that's the biggest reason why I haven't actually started on those. It's almost daunting. I know
Yeah.
I want to start on Zero if I do begin. Then I'll go to Kiwami and then Kiwami 2, which are like the remakes of 1 and 2. But really, it's like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then if I wanted to do those offshoot ones, which is like the Way of the Dragon or something, I don't remember, but there's those 2 detective ones, and then the turn-based game one too.
Wow.
So there's a lot, and I would probably just stick with the 0 through 6 to begin with, and then see how I liked it. And that's really with an asterisk. 0 and 1 and 2 are gonna have to make me want to play the rest of them. You know, because
Right.
that's a lot of game.
Yeah, they have quite a bit of stuff I'm looking at here. Just a lot of games, and I'm
Yeah, popular series for sure. This
yes,
partially, I mean, they got to have a fan base for a reason, though. Is my thought process right? Like it's one of those things. I can imagine people who haven't played any of the Resident Evils feel the same way about Resident Evil. So I try to talk myself into it because I know if I dive into it, maybe it's like that Resident Evil series, and I'm happy for life, you know. But oh god, it's so much game.
yes, it is. That's something to get into there, and I'm looking through what's Resident Evil's done, which obviously they have a lot more
Like,
things.
if you count all the Resident Evil games like separately, like the remakes and everything, for the most part, it's like 29 games or something like that,
Hmm.
which is a good amount of games. But the difference is Resident Evil games are a lot shorter than Yakuza games. They're more built for replay value. That's one other reason why I like them. You know, there's a reason to keep going back and playing them over and over again. Whereas a lot of other games, you beat them once and you're good.
Right.
Um, yeah, cool. What's your
Huh.
number? What's your number three?
Okay. Number 3, I want to go back, and this is going to be for my next 3. It is going to be the same developer as this one here. I want to go back and play Heavy Rain.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I've never played that one either,
Uh, mm-hmm.
but I
I
do know a lot about
watched.
it.
Yep. I watched. This is another one I watched PewDiePie play like back in the day,
Okay.
and I think there's a lot of heavy topics in that game that I did not maybe understand or even think about, kind of back in the high school days. So I think it'd be really cool to go back in and really just um, engorge myself, enthrall my. I don't know, fucking something like that.
It sounds like
um,
you really want to go back and experience these really emotional games that you couldn't quite comprehend as a child. Not necessarily calling you dumb or anything, but just saying like, you know, emotional levels as a child are different than as an adult. So you can kind of,
yes.
yeah,
Yep, that is 100% it. So, like, more emotionally mature now, right?
yeah. I highly recommend The
And I can
Last
go
of Us
back.
then. That's another one of those games that like as an adult I feel like hits even harder.
Mm. That is actually one I did play, and
Yeah.
I think I played a couple years ago. But God, what a beautiful game!
Yeah, I need to play part 1, the remake, but otherwise, yeah. Um nice. That's a good one. I've never actually played Heavy Rain either. I just know about all the memes, you know. Um,
Yep.
Yelling Sean out in the
Yeah,
uh and I
Sean.
do know the twist, which I think is the big reason why I'm probably not gonna go play it, is because I'm gonna know
I don't
who
really remember, to be honest.
cool, I'm not gonna spoil nothing, but I
Yeah,
do
duh.
know everything, so it's hard for me to really be invested like I should be, I guess.
Fair. Yep, makes sense.
Well, my number three is one I actually own now. I have it. It's on my backlog. I didn't own it my whole childhood, but always heard about it, and you know, it's a very beloved developer. But Bully by Rockstar from PS2.
Ooh, I almost picked that.
Yeah,
Mm.
I've
Yep.
never actually played it, but I've always wanted to. Kind of makes me feel like it's like Grand Theft Auto, but Hogwarts Legacy without
Yep.
the magic.
100%.
You know, like I'm sold. I'm ready. So I am actually really excited to play that one. I have it on my backlog, and I'm looking forward to getting into it. I like the themes that it brings in it that I've seen. I like that it's kind of goofball-y. Um, I'm kind of a sucker for games where you play going to school. I don't know why. I just genuinely enjoy doing like going to class and shit.
It's
Who would have
hilarious.
fucking thought, right? I didn't really like going to school as a kid, so but
Yeah, it reminds me of that Fire Emblem.
oh,
That's all I
do you
could
go to
think
school in
about when
that?
you say, yeah.
That's cool. I didn't know
I
that.
Yeah, I think I played like five like 5 to 20 minutes of that game.
Oh, so it
And I was
wasn't
like,
very
yeah,
good.
not for me. Yeah, I
Not
don't
for
know
me.
why that made me think of that though.
Yeah, I think of a
But
Final Fantasy Type Zero. I think also had a school version where you like
hmm,
you were a bunch of classmates, so you had to go to school and stuff. I don't know how much of the school aspect you really did though. Hogwarts Legacy, on the other hand, though, you really did go to like class and everything. That was fun.
I loved me some Hogwarts Legacy.
Yeah,
The only game I've ever platinumed.
really my wife platinumed that. Actually,
Hmm.
yeah, she platinumed the hell out of that. Like in the first week, she was I think part of the top 0.3% or whatever that got a platinum.
Okay. I did it pretty quick. I don't know if I did it in first week because I got really sick of doing all this. I had all the stuff up on my PC, like where to go, because I was like, I'm not searching this entire map
Yeah, there was a
for
couple
this
of collectibles.
stupid little thing.
Like the butterflies, I think, is one of them that
Oh
don't show up unless they're
yeah.
like on your mini map or something.
Yes. Yes. They wouldn't show up unless you were close enough, and it's like, well, I don't know where they are because I'm not fucking close enough.
Yeah, give me some direction, butterflies.
Yeah.
And then she had a job where she was basically just working from home on the phone. And so she just played games like all day while working. So she was getting paid
Mm.
basically to get the platinum on Hogwarts
Oh, that's
Legacy.
dope.
Um
That's cool.
yeah, but yeah, my number 3 is Bully. What's your
Nice.
number 2?
Number two is a game I halfway played. I got through half of it, and then my brain said, "Oh, we should play a different game." It is Beyond Two Souls, though.
Oh yeah, that one I've actually played the intro. I'm not trying to cut you off or anything, but I love the
Mhm.
intro. That was cool. That had that famous actor, right? That played in
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Ellen, something.
She's not called that anymore though, I don't think. I don't remember anymore.
Uh, yeah, but yes, yeah, that popular person. Yeah, but this is one game I watched. It's just another good old PewDiePie game, you know. Shit, I just
Nice.
wasn't. I got to play on my own and experience on my own. But I remember being very emotional
Yeah.
when I did watch it.
He sounds like he played a lot of games I liked to play. I should have just watched him. Like,
Hmm.
although I liked playing them, so maybe I wouldn't have, but I
Yeah, I liked watching a lot of games.
I liked the cinematic story experiences, the single player games. That was my go-to.
Hmm.
Well,
Yeah, I just need to experience that for myself.
yeah. My number 2 was Alan Wake, as I already mentioned. So
Yep.
instead, we're going to talk about Scarface for a little bit, just to fill in the gap.
Okay.
Just because I am excited. I hope that when it comes in, that it's actually fine. I'm kind of worried because, like, it doesn't say anything's missing. It says it's all complete and everything, and it says it's Scarface PS2. But the pictures just show the special edition, like the bonus disc. It doesn't show me the other disc. And so I sent the seller a message, and I was like, hey, I'm just checking in. That's the other one, right? Like it's got the game, right? Like I'm just making sure this is a big part of my collection, so it's kind of important to me. I'm really excited about this. Sorry to bother you. No response. And then it was supposed to be delivered between the 7th and the 10th. It's currently the 11th, just for everyone to know.
Hmm.
It was supposed to be delivered by the 7th to the 10th, right? And so
Yep.
like on the 7th, I messaged. I was like, hey, like it says you haven't even given USPS the package yet. Like any update? Like, is everything okay? Everything going on? No response. And so I started getting like kind of mad on my end. I was like, what is happening right now? What, I
Right.
want this game or I don't. I'll cancel it and get it from someone else. I don't really care. I just want the game. Um,
Hmm.
but then on the 10th at like 5 p.m. or right beforehand, I see that it was updated because I was going to, on the 11th today, gonna just return it and be like, like, or cancel the order. I gave you until
Right.
the day after. But like at 5 o'clock yesterday, it updated that they gave it to the post office finally, and that it's on its way. And I was like, "You suck!" Like now it's on its way, and you
Gosh.
still haven't responded to my messages. So I'm kind of half expecting this game to come in and it just be the bonus disc, if it's even anything. I almost feel like because I got it
Right.
for a little bit cheaper than it should have been, to be honest. Like what they had, the buy it now posted price was pretty low, not like super low where I'm worried that it's not the actual game, but I think
Hmm.
that's why they didn't send it. They were hoping I would cancel by waiting me out because they sold it for too cheap.
Oh, interesting.
I think
Yeah,
that's what's
just wait it
going on.
out and then
Hope that I
wait
cancel,
for. Hmm.
relist it. Yeah. So let's see what I actually get when it gets here. If that is, I have no idea. Just the whole experience was very weird. I haven't had this hard of a time on eBay yet, so it just felt very much like, man, like I'll go pay the extra $20 on another one somewhere else. I don't really care. I just saw yours for the price and grabbed it while it was
Hmm.
there. It wasn't up for very long either, so I know I was one of the first to see it.
Sure.
But yeah,
Yeah, I actually just experienced eBay recently. I've never used eBay until like a couple of months ago.
yeah,
And I was picking up some vinyls from Mac Miller. And
nice.
yeah, it's I bought something. I bought one of his jazz albums, and I was trying to get a hold of the seller because I wasn't sure if it was the color I wanted because there is like four different kinds that people listed, right? which I think are the same vinyl that were actually sold, but like
I'll just look
people
different.
calling it different things.
Oh, really?
So I was like, well, I don't know if this is this one because everyone's calling it different shit. Yeah, they never responded. I got it, and it was the one I wanted at least. So I got
Okay.
lucky, I think.
I hope I have your experience in. I will say, like, not to talk bad about eBay. I've actually really enjoyed my experience with eBay so far. A lot of buyers, what I've learned is to look at not just how many reviews they have, but how long they've been there. So if they
Mm,
just set up shop last year or the year before, probably not very good, to be honest. Even if they have 25,000 reviews, because they probably bought most of them. But if they've been there since 2006, by all means, buy as much shit as you want from them. Like if they've been there that long, that loyalty to the time, I think really shows more in my experience. Alan taught me that trick and it's really helped me out. This guy has not been around very long. I'm very worried.
take
I
it.
want my
Do you think you're
Scarface. I
gonna
just
risk
want to
it all?
play it. It was like it's typically like the cheapest I usually find is like $65, and I found this one for about 50. So that's what I'm saying. It's not like horribly underpriced, but it is underpriced technically.
I see.
And there's nothing that indicates it's missing. The description
Okay,
describes the game, so I just I'm just like, but I never saw it in the picture, so I'm like, yeah, motherfucker, if I didn't get my game,
that'd be big sad. Yeah,
yeah.
look, we'll track you down.
Well,
That's
what's your number one then?
um number one is also Quantum Dream Game publisher, and it is Fahrenheit Indigo Prophecy.
Oh, I've heard of this one. Describe it to me.
Mhm.
This is the one I don't know the most about out of all of the things we talked
Okay.
about.
So honestly, I I don't really know what it's about, and I haven't looked up things on it purposefully. I
Okay.
know that it's a pretty dark game, and like what happens, and I think it's like psychological. Um, I don't know what to say about it. It's like psychological horror, maybe.
Okay.
Is that kind of what I'm thinking? I think so.
Well, Quantum Dream
And
usually have really good stories, so I can expect like I can see why you would want to keep this as spoiler free for yourself as possible.
yes, yeah, I'm not looking at anything up. The one time I watched it was probably I don't know 10 years ago, so I couldn't tell you anything from the game that I had watched. So I'm not watching anything about it. I'm gonna go into a super blind, and it should be a freaking great time.
Yeah, it sounds like it. I love going into games that I know are going to be good blind and them turning out to be good. It's just like one of those. It's like popping a really big pimple. It just feels so good.
So gross. I hate
So
that.
gross.
Ashley
Uh,
loves that shit. I'm like, stop it, get away from me. I will beat you.
uh, no.
Yeah. Wish I had
I
more to say about this game, but I just don't have any. I don't want to look up too much about it.
I get it. Yeah, you got to keep it secret. Well, when you do play, you got to let us know what you felt about it, what your
Yes.
impressions were. This my number one personally is actually going to be Half Life. Like everyone's gonna yell at me for not playing that.
I've never played Half Life.
Okay, we're on the same boat then. Perfect.
Yes. Uh huh.
Half Life 2 specifically, but I would probably go back to 1 first and then go to 2, which I'm sure
Okay.
everyone would appreciate. I would love to check out Half Life Alex on the VR that they have.
Oh yeah.
Um, with the finger gauntlets and stuff. That looks like fun as hell. But really, like, beyond the fact that the game was such a push and innovation for the video game industry and what it did with physics-based puzzles and gameplay, it just looks like my kind of game. Like the head crabs, the monsters going on, the dread, the fact
Yep.
that it seems like, and I know a lot of the twists and turns, so I do know the endings and everything. How it's got the kind of depresso ending going on, and I'm all about it. Like, give it to me. That sounds really fun. It looks like good FPS combat, good physics based. It looks a little bit scary at sometimes too, and I'm so about
Yeah.
it. I have a PC, so there's really no reason I should actually check out the prices and stuff. But I mean,
It's $10 for Half Life 2 and $10 for Half Life.
yeah, that's totally probably worth it, I assume.
I would assume.
And it's no, I mean, I guess there's the orange box. I could get it physically on PS3, but I think they're expensive if I do that. That's another thing I could do if I really wanted it physically.
I'm
Uh,
sure that's expensive because the cult following around Half Life is insanity.
I'm curious now. For the 360, it's cheap. For the PS3, it's oh shit. But it comes with other. But it comes with Half-Life 2, Episode 2. What does that mean? I don't know. Is there an Episode 1?
Mm,
Should I get an Episode
That's a
1?
good question. I don't know.
So many questions.
I
Well,
just,
yeah. Honestly, I would probably just end up getting it on Steam because it feels fitting there. You know, there's certain games that you just play on certain platforms. I feel like I wish that they would do more of a physical release because this is like really. And then
well,
it
it's okay.
comes.
Half-Life 3 is right around the corner.
I guess it would have Portal on it. Oh yeah, right around the corner. Sure.
Right around the corner. Tomorrow, I think it's getting released, right?
Yeah, they're gonna announce it at least,
Yeah.
or it's already been announced. I don't know. Half-Life
God,
3, the myth of the game industry.
literally the imaginary dragon,
Yeah,
like
we're
chasing
all
the dragon.
we're all chasing that heroin, aren't we? Dragon, I
Yep.
mean.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, obviously because it's been like 20 years since Half-Life 2. I don't actually know. I'm making up. I know it's been forever.
2007
I was pretty close.
looks like on
I was
Steam.
pretty close. 18 years.
Yep.
Um, well, 19 years roughly. But I mean,
That's
and there's still
disgusting.
people asking for Half-Life 3. So like, obviously this is good. Like something was here for sure. So I need to go check it out. I think it still would probably hold up too.
Oh, sure. I bet. Like it might be a little clunky, but like I think it's gonna be perfectly fine
But I
and very
regularly
enjoyable.
play PS2, PS1, and PS3 games like regularly, so I don't think it'll be
Ah,
bad enough where I'm worried about. Like I'm sure for me it'll be like, damn, this shit looks slick. Like I'm sure it'll be. I'm easy to please when that comes to that shit. I don't really care too much about graphics. I do like when games look beautiful, but for me at the end of the day, it's really how does it? Am I having fun? That's all it takes.
mhm.
It can look like origami. I don't give a shit, and I just need it to play well.
Yeah, I think I'm a little harder to please when it comes to graphics. I would say I don't, which I don't want to be, but sometimes it's just like it bothers me a little bit too much.
I get
Like I'll
it.
turn the graphics all the way up on something, and then I'll be like, why is that out of focus, or why does this look fuzzy? I didn't spend, you know, $800 on a graphics card to be like to see this, right?
That's
So
That's fair. I get it. I'm just not about. I'm like, man, it could be washed out, and I'm trying to look through the fuzziness to see the game, and I'm like, yeah, that's fine. I just play the game. I don't give a shit.
yeah, yeah. I think if you play that or when you play Half Life, it'll be yeah perfectly fine for you.
Yeah,
Um,
I'll probably play it like as a series too on this. That wouldn't be a half bad idea
mm,
as my first
yeah,
impressions. I mean, how many people in the gaming industry haven't played Half Life? Like I got something there. I could put that on the channel for sure somewhere.
that's true. Popping your cherry.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that's pretty much. I don't think do you have any other games you want to talk about or anything?
Not particularly. No.
No.
I think I got all the ones out that I want to play and sit down and just have a theatrical experience with.
Yeah, you got some good ones though. What were they again? All five? I know Alan Wake is one of them because it's mine.
Yep. Alan Wake, Amnesia, which is kind of more just a horror game to play. I think it's not really a too story driven. Could be wrong though.
I have no idea, but
Heavy
it looks good.
Rain, Beyond Two Souls, and then Fahrenheit Indigo Prophecy.
Really sounds like you have a quantum dream fix that you're trying to scratch.
Yep, I am missing some stories, man. Like
Yeah,
I beat Cyberpunk, and I just need a solid story game to play, and I think I just need to get back to some of these roots.
yeah.
See what I can
Remember
find.
who you are, Simba.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. And then just to reiterate mine, Mafia, Yakuza, Bully, Alan Wake, and Half Life. I
Hmm.
probably will be starting Bully here soon-ish. Uh, Another kind of honorable mention that I did just start playing because I beat Max Payne on the PS2. So my new PS2 game is Grand Theft Auto Vice City, which I've never played before. Um,
Vice
which
City.
I hear is good things. Everyone loved it. That's when the motorcycles came out. I played 3 mostly, so I think most people when they did one, they didn't do the other. Is my impression. I could be wrong though. It seems like A lot of people I talk to, that's like, I guess, what did you play as a kid? 3 or Vice City?
So I played a little bit of San Andreas. Um, right. And I didn't have a PlayStation at the time, so
Okay.
I had to go to my friend's house to play. And then when Vice City came out, my parents wouldn't let me buy it, so I also had to go to a friend's house to play that game.
Okay. So you didn't get to, I guess, yeah, you didn't get to play any of them.
Not really like on my own. It was like I'd go to someone's house and then they'd be on their phone or whatever for an hour or two, and I'd be just playing that game. I'd be like, "Come on, dude! My mom doesn't let me fucking buy this game."
Let me play this. Go away. Go
Yeah,
outside while I play your game.
guilt tripping.
Yeah.
I'm guilt tripping my friends into let me play it.
I did something similar, I'm pretty sure. With 3, I think, until I finally got it. I got 3 for my dad for his birthday so that I could play it.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Hey, Dad, I got you this.
Yeah.
But hey, you know, it'd be super cool if we could play together.
Yeah, give me the controller.
Yep.
Well, nice. Yeah, that was pretty much our list. 5 games each that we've always wanted to play that haven't yet, that are probably on the backlog for both of us. Definitely leave a comment below on your games that you haven't tried that you should, whether it's popular or not. Give us a list. Help us determine what we need to play. Definitely thanks for listening. Like, subscribe, comments. Check out the podcast, or nope, check out the Let's Play. I'll have to edit that. I started streaming Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Yep.
Oh, and the
It's all
Patreon.
games. You should come by.
Yes, if you want to join the Patreon, I did just set that up. There's 3 tiers. Try to keep them cheap. Let us know your impressions. I need all the help I can get, guys. I need you to understand this.
Let us know if we're dog shit, you know?
Oh, we know we are.
That's
But as
I
long as
mean,
we're
I'm
getting to
pretty
be
perfect, but it's
as
fine.
long as we're getting less and less dog shit like, then we'll be doing good. I think currently we're at rabbit shit level.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah,
Wow, what a tier.
Yeah, little raisins of shit.
Well, raisins of shit. We're just little shits.
We're just little shits. Oh yeah, but that's all, guys. See you guys next time. Well, Lorenzo, do you want to say anything?
No, I'm not an exit man.
I'm not an
I'm
exit.
gonna leave the party without kind of talking.
You're not a closer, huh?
No, it's a bad
Deal.
thing too. I'm in sales, so
You just never close the sale.
yeah.
Later, guys.